Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
He leans in, they give each other another kiss. We know where he is, and he's again with this young lady.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm Joey Greco with Cheaters.
¿No le dijiste que tenías niños?
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
It's just like he's just trying to keep a big secret from me.
I just can't take the lies.
I just can't go on anymore. I need to know the truth.
I don't like being the one that has to show you this.
Yeah, we got it right now. They're heading south.
I'm tired of the excuses.
This is something that I've got to know.
They're together right now. There they are. Let's go.
What's up, homie? Who are you, homie?
How did you do this to me?
Man, stop! Ow! Stop!
Stop!
You better get right with God.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Hello, I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for watching this episode of Cheaters. Please meet Maribel Jasso, a warm-hearted mother of two who believes her husband may be taking advantage of her forgiving nature. Tired of feeling like a doormat, Maribel asks Cheaters to review the complexities of her relationship.
Maribel Jasso, age 23. A homemaker worried that her husband may be on the hunt for another love interest.
I've been married for 10 years. Then happy marriage, but I don't know what happened in these 6 months. It's different. He's different in different way, and I think in everything he changed. No go with me to shopping. He never have time. All time he's tired. You say I go with my friends and drink beers, but I don't think so. When I go, his friend, he's at home and he go another way, but I don't know where. Yeah, he came late at home and he got phone numbers in his pocket, and when I ask him, he say, I don't know, it's my friend. He's mean. I think I'll be better without him because he's not very truthful person, you know. And I don't want this life for my kids. I want a very good father for my kids and a good husband for me.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Jesus Mendoza, age 29. A waiter who is taking advantage of his wife's gentle nature while feeding her lies. Investigation Day 3. Cheaters agents remain positioned outside the restaurant where the suspect is employed as a member of the waitstaff. After the lunch crowd disperses, suspect Jesus Mendoza exits the establishment, appearing somewhat fatigued. Inspectors take notice that he's not alone and wonder about his relationship with this unidentified female. She appears to be well acquainted with suspect Mendoza. The two chat in the parking lot for a short while. Reality sets in just minutes later as the pretty young woman leans over to suspect Mendoza for a more than friendly kiss on the lips. She then gets into her vehicle to depart. As the young lady drives away, suspect Mendoza hustles back to work to avoid any trouble arising from his brief absence. Investigation Day 5. Maintaining a safe distance from the front door, Cheaters PIs continue surveillance inside suspect Mendoza's place of employment. Cheaters operatives zoom in and watch the ladies' man laughing it up with several females as the restaurant prepares to close for the evening. After discussing plans for the remainder of the night, suspect Mendoza and his female admirer, whose identity is withheld, leave the premises and make their way to a nearby bar. A short time later, Cheaters investigators observe the two enjoying cocktails and conversation out by the patio. The female companion appears enamored by the talkative Mendoza and proves to be an attentive listener. Hours pass before the attractive couple return to the car. Suspect Mendoza begins to turn up the heat, but the young lady appears to rebuff his eager advancements. After several attempts, suspect Mendoza receives a parting kiss from his loving companion before going home for the evening. Investigation Day 9. Cheaters sleuths are back at suspect Mendoza's workplace after 4 days with nothing to report. The elusive young man is spotted leaving the restaurant when his shift concludes for the night. Suspect Mendoza appears to be in quite a hurry as investigators attempt to keep him in their sights. Many miles later, he arrives at a well-known restaurant. Cheaters agents follow Mendoza to the rear patio, where his female companion happens to be awaiting his arrival. Suspect Mendoza seems comfortable with neglecting his wife, as shown in this recorded telephone conversation with complainant Jasso.
Bueno, hey.
¿Estás ocupado?
No, pues bien enchilado.
¿Estabas comiendo?
Sí.
No, nada más que me quedé pensando lo que hablamos ayer. De eso que dijiste que no te gustaba que te hablara por teléfono, pero me estuve pensando bien y dije, ¿por qué no le voy a hablar por teléfono? Si tú no quieres que tus amigos te digan nada, simplemente date a respetar y dame a respetar a mí. Si ellos te dicen algo, pues, ¿qué? Es mi mujer, es mi esposa.
Sí.
Ándale, pues, no te dejo.
Órale, pues, cuídense, con cuidado.
Concerned about Maribel's ability to cope with the final results, Cheaters investigators wrap up the inquiry. After the break, the confrontation.
Now that surveillance cameras have captured undeniable proof of adultery, Cheaters contacts Maribel to update her on the case. Anxious about the unknown results, Maribel readies herself to discover the truth. Maribel, thanks for being here tonight. I know you're quite nervous, and This is something that's been on your mind and troubling you for quite some time. The reason that we had you come out tonight is because our detectives have gathered some of the information that you asked us to try and find. Are you ready to take a look at some of that?
Yes.
As the investigation starts, we had a detective outside the restaurant where your husband Jesus works. He was observed leaving the restaurant with a young lady. He walks her out to her car. It seems like they're going to shake hands for her to walk away, but oddly enough, she leans in and gives him a little peck before she gets in her car and leaves, and he runs back into the restaurant. On this day, Maribel, after getting off work, he goes to a bar. Shortly thereafter, he's met again by the same young lady. They sit outside on the patio, and now from their body language, you can see she fixes his hair, he's playing with her hair. As they leave, he walks her out to her car. They do a little dance number out in the parking lot. I think this would suggest that his intentions are not right, especially for someone who's married and has 2 children at home.
Yes.
On the nights when Jesus works, where does he think you typically are?
In my home.
What, with the children, correct?
Yes, with
Okay.
my children.
We know that Jesus again got off work tonight a little bit earlier. You just came from home, so you know he's not at home. We know where he is, and he's again with this young lady.
Okay.
I know this is difficult.
Yes.
Do you want to go have a conversation with Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we hang on right here and let me call the detective? What are we looking at? They left the restaurant and they're sitting out by their cars. They're out by the car drinking beer. So he's just, okay. Okay, we'll load up, pull around and lead us to him. Okay, come with me. I'm gonna call Gomez right now. They're outside next to the car drinking beer. They're right outside. You don't worry about it. You just make him respond to you. Make him ask you. Make him answer. Okay? Don't let him run away. What kind of car is he driving?
It's a Focus.
A blue Focus? All right. On the right or left? Right-hand side? Right by the building? All right. Right there. All right, stop. Okay, come on my side.
Camera's out there on the right-hand
Come on
side.
my side. Jesus, I'm Joey Greco with Cheaters. And we have someone who'd like to ask you some questions.
Oye, ¿no crees que era fácil que me dijeras lo que estaba pasando?
¿De qué?
¿No
Mari,
crees que
¿por
era
qué le
fácil?
hiciste de pedo?
¿Por qué le hiciste tú así? ¿Por qué haces esto?
Me van a
Escúchame.
deportar.
No me importa. ¿Quién es ella? Dime quién es
Es
ella.
una amiga.
No
my
es una
friend.
amiga.
¿Eh?
¿Eres su amiga? ¿Eres su amiga? Ya te
Es
vi.
mi amiga.
Jesús, me acaban de enseñar el video. ¿La estabas besando?
No.
¿Quién es él? ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es él?
This is his wife.
That's my friend.
Do you
He's
kiss
a
all your
friend.
friends?
Yeah. Why?
Coming up, the conclusion.
This is his wife.
That's my friend.
Do you
He
kiss
is
all
a
your
friend.
friends?
Yeah. Why?
Because your wife's at home waiting for you to come home from work
Te lo dije.
with
Okay,
your two
está bien.
children.
Ah, ¿sí?
Ten mi dinero y llévatelo.
What did he tell you?
¿No le dijiste que tenías niños?
That's not necessary. Come on now. Come on now.
Ok, yo te lo dije.
No me dijiste nada.
¿Qué te estoy diciendo? ¿Qué te dije?
No me dijiste nada.
Ok, está bien.
Can I get out, please?
¿Sí me
Well,
entiendes?
actually, you'll help us with some information if you could, ma'am.
¿Lo conociste en el restaurante?
Your wife was concerned. Do you love
Can
your
I
wife? Hey, Seuss, come on. Don't run
Jesus.
away like this. Hey, Seuss, there's no place for you to go. Hey, Seuss,
Jesús, abre la
speak with
puerta.
her.
Yo no estoy diciendo nada malo.
¿Quieres que te enseñe el video? De lo que te
¿Qué
están
malo?
siguiendo. Te están
Pero te
siguiendo.
estoy diciendo, I don't care.
¿Ah, sí?
Sí, a huevo él.
¿Por qué él?
Y vas a ver que lo... You died, bro.
I don't
I don't
understand what
understand.
you're telling me. But I don't
I
believe it's the
understand
truth.
what?
¿Qué vas a hacer, Jesús, por favor? ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué vas a hacer?
I don't care.
Look. Hey, guys, let him out.
Tú eres el que querías eso. Tú eres el que querías eso, ¿no?
Here, sweetie, watch out, watch out. Let him get away. Watch out. Here, come here. No, no, no. Here. Can you talk to us for a second? What did he tell you?
He said he wasn't married. I know he wasn't married. I mean, obviously, because he asked me out, so...
So he didn't ask you out as just a friend.
No. Con respecto, no sabía. Con mucho respeto, no sabía.
No, está bien. Ya.
Are you ready? All right. Thank you very much. Your car's over there. Do you have someone that you need to call?
Adela, por favor, si va Jesús a la casa, no le abras la puerta, ¿ok? No, al rato te explico, ¿ok? No, Adela, no le abras la puerta nada más, por favor, ¿sí?
Pues ya por eso no le abra la puerta, llama a la policía, como quiera, cualquier cosa. ¿Ok? Pues sí, estaba con otra mujer, Adela. ¿Sí? Aquí por un restaurante. Ah, ya, ahorita te digo, ¿ok? Bye. Bye. No, this time. I want to go see my children. I'm scared. It's a little bit aggressive.
Are you going to stay at your sister's tonight?
I don't think he'll go to my home. I don't think he'll, but I don't know.
I think you've got the answers that you wanted as far as what was going on with Jesus.
I got
now,
all of my answers.
Would you like to try and resolve your differences?
No.
It's not that important to you?
It's important to me, but I think for him, no.
After the confrontation, Maribel believes she has a lot to think about before making a final decision about her philandering husband. Coming up shortly, Cheaters uncovers her final thoughts on the future of her family. But first, Cheaters welcomes Fred Epstein. Fred returns to update Cheaters on how his life was affected by the betrayal of his former lover.
Fred Epstein, age 43. Finally ready to discuss the matter, Fred returns to speak about the night of the confrontation.
Well, as you know, I'd just seen the film, and there we were in the van pulling up. I knew she was in there. I knew Joey wouldn't take me to a scene where it might be accidentally not her. And it's like being on a roller coaster. You go, you click, click, click to the top, and you know it's fixing to fall. You know, here you go. You know your heart's fixing to break. So I was really on emotional overload. I was almost adrenaline so high that you go numb for a second, but I felt it. My heart broke. I knew it.
I'm Joey Greco with Cheaters.
Oh. What are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm connecting.
Where are you?
You did it.
Go.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
That's my friend.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no. How do you explain this?
I can't.
Well, you know, I didn't really know much about the guy, but I figure someone like him that would throw eggs and that would be that immature and do something that callous, it doesn't speak well for him. And I think that maybe she might have seen that too, that it was sort of immature and dumb. And I think he was just playing it for what it was worth that night.
They
Relationships
signify
are physical, emotional.
signify how important you are to me. I mean, how many other women
Listen
do I
to this
provide
for a
for?
second. What's he doing?
I don't know.
What's happening? Get down. What do you stay down? What was that? Oh, somebody's funny.
I feel like this last experience, and of course the way it ended, and of course the help of Cheaters, I think it, instead of bringing me down and making me negative, I really think it helped. I really think it reminded me that hope does spring eternal, and that just because you don't get it right the first time, you can try it again. I've always had a saying I've lived by. If at first you don't succeed, redefine the parameters of success and move on.
Maribel Jasso is willing to give her husband a second chance if he agrees to several non-negotiable stipulations. She says that he is to quit drinking alcohol immediately and insists that he will never see his children again if he is ever unfaithful. Under these guidelines, Ms. Jasso has agreed to allow her husband back in the house and has decided tough love is the only answer to her family's problems. Jesus Mendoza realizes that getting caught with another woman is nothing more than an abrupt wake-up call. He says there is nothing more terrifying than the thought of losing his family. He happily welcomes all of Maribel's strict terms. Mr. Mendoza is quite sure that he'll straighten out his act and is no longer worried about the temptations of young, attractive females. Cheaters producers made several attempts to contact the female companion for comment, but without any success.
All done, sir.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Mr. G.